How do we make these pictures?
Make it right now.
Do we draw them?
Well, I mean, you could. Are you understanding what I'm going for here?
Yeah. I just
Especially
don't-
if I were like making some notes on the side? Okay, so why not do that?
How will I find this picture?
Draw it on the page.
Okay.
Like, okay, so let's think about this for a minute. And I think I mentioned this before. Remember that this is a class in professional report writing. It's not a graphics design class, right? Part of writing is understanding the strategies for using visuals and how to use them for readers to respond to fears, to help readers do things, okay? But much like the previous project where I was like, look, if you want to include a table, you think that that would be helpful for readers, that's not a class in using Microsoft Word like an expert. Or if you want to include page numbers, but you just draw them in and just show me that you know what you're doing, right? Same thing here. So to not be a time vampire for myself, I could maybe take two approaches to like, okay, I want to show that I know how to use visuals smartly and strategically to respond to fears or whatever. Maybe I look around the internet and I see if I can find a picture that's close to or ideally exactly what I want. Just look for a few minutes, okay? Now, the next project, the group report project, will talk about how to cite things, even things like visuals that you include, okay? But for this project, for this mowing proposal, it's okay to pretend like any picture that you threw in, you own, you took. I'm fine with that. I mean, I understand you found it on the internet, but let's just pretend, okay? But let's say that kicking around the internet for like 3 minutes, you don't find like a picture that can work for you, even with a little bit of extra explanation and margin. Then just draw a box. Just leave a blank space. Or you could put in like a, one of those picture frame boxes in Word, and maybe even wrap your words around it or whatever. But just put it in a box, give it a title, whatever you're going to title it, then just leave it blank. And then when you print out the hard copy, last thing you do is make your stick figures, and then just write a note. It says, imagine, uniform, safety equipment. Does that make sense? So yeah, this is fun. Because then this way you can communicate, I understand how to do this without it being a time suck.